Coming up on Newsbeat, find out how an alligator might save your life.
And student government election season is officially underway.
Plus, are you ready for April 15th? We'll show you how LSU students are preparing for tax day. Newsbeat starts right now.
From the Tiger TV studio in Hodges Hall, you're watching Newsbeat with Olivia Vidal and Stephen Calamusa. Weather with Alexandra Cranford. Sports with Kristen Schutte. And entertainment with Melissa Clark. Newsbeat, Eye on LSU.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Thursday edition of Newsbeat. I'm Olivia Vidal.
And I'm Stephen Calamusa. Thanks for joining us. On top of studying for midterms and searching for a summer job, students must add filing taxes to their long list of things to do.
April 15th is just around the corner, and Tiger TV's Jasmine Haynes has details on how you can get help this tax season.
College students face several obstacles in their transition into adulthood. And one of the hurdles of growing up is filing your taxes. What most students don't know is that according to certified public accountant Teresa Higginbotham, the best way to pursue this important step towards independence is to let your parents handle it.
If you're a student, my primary person I would go to would be my parents. Prepare, because they know your parents. Apparently your parents have trusted them.
But not all students can give their tax troubles over to mom and dad. For those seeking help, LSU's Vita Tax site is a volunteer income tax service that provides free IRS-approved tax preparation. Vita site coordinator Tamara Davis says that students can lay their tax worries to rest.
I think it's a great site for students. Not only is it preparing their taxes for free, but it's also educating them on taxes and the subjects that may arise in the future for them.
This year, there are student accounting majors certified through the IRS to do basic and even some intermediate level returns. Some volunteers joined the program because of its advantages.
I was given the experience and opportunity to do other people's tax returns, and then I actually, used what I learned while doing theirs to do my own.
And others see the job as self-fulfilling.
I love doing taxes. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Whether students get help from parents, Vita Tax, or other tax preparers, Davis says students should watch out for red flags.
Someone who suggests that you should get thousands and thousands of dollars back, I can get you so much money back, I'd be leery of that person.
For Tiger TV, I'm Jasmine Haynes, Eye on LSU.
Vita Tax offers services from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday. For more information about the program, call 225-578-8830.
Student government election season is officially underway. 4 tickets for president and vice president kicked off their campaigns Wednesday afternoon.
That I announce my candidacy for the office of president of the Louisiana State University Student Government.
Ari Krupkin and Melanie Oob of the Unity 09 ticket spoke to their supporters in front of the Union. And nearby in Free Speech Plaza, Stuart Watkins and Martina Sherman promised to do more for the student body. Andy Palermo and Phoebe Hathorn of the Next Level ticket had their kickoff party in front of the bell tower, and Greg Upton and Laura Boggs announced their bid in Coates Hall. All 4 tickets made a point of announcing their candidacies at 4:30 on the dot yesterday. Get used to push cards and campaign buttons. The election is March 24th.
A Louisiana chemist could soon change the horrible reputation of alligators. Tiger TV's Vincent Ball explains how alligator blood may one day take a bite out of human diseases.
Dr. Mark Merchant, chemistry professor at McNeese State University, may seem like your average professor. However, he is not. He loves alligators.
I grew up in the marshes of southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana, hunting and fishing, and I was around alligators for most of my life.
This led Dr. Merchant to study the immune system of the American alligator.
I remember seeing alligators missing limbs, lots of them. It's not that uncommon to see an alligator missing legs or big parts of their tail or having big gashes that have healed.
Many people consider alligators to be vicious animals, but this little fella could possibly save your life or a loved one's life one day.
E. coli, Klebsiella, Salmonella, things that we're familiar with today that cause human diseases. I didn't think the alligators would have much immunity to them because they're probably not exposed to these kinds of things. Turns out they have great immunity.
But this study has not been very easy for Dr. Merchant.
I was sort of at a standstill with my research. We had gotten about as far as I could with the instrumentation that I have access to here at McNeese.
That's when Dr. Merchant requested help from Lancia Darville, a LSU graduate student.
We're going to be using a special technique known as de novo sequencing using mass spectrometry to try to figure out what is the amino acid sequences of these special peptides so that we can actually synthesize them as potential drugs.
Even though Dr. Merchant feels that this study is at the end, he says,
we're going to have a better idea of how they're working, just within the next 2 or 3 months, I think. Pressure's on now, Lancey.
For Tiger TV, I'm Vincent Ball, Eye on LSU.
Dr. Merchant expects the medicine to be out in about 7 to 10 years.
Get ready to party at Groovin' on the Grounds. The SG Senate has announced the artists on the concert lineup. DJ PK1, D1, Corey Smith, and Akon have all signed up to participate in the festival. Each artist is scheduled to play a 1-hour set. Groovin' on the Grounds is Saturday, March 21st at 6 p.m.
Public relations students joined with Regions Bank to start savings accounts for children. The PR students did the work through the Public Relations Student Society of America. The event was held in the Mall of Louisiana over the weekend. Parents were there with children of all ages. Even the Chick-fil-A cow was there signing up for an account. Parker Wishick said the main goal was to get children thinking about college and savings.
The purpose of today, as the last day of February and the last day of our campaign, is to promote the message of saving early.
The PRSSA students are working with the Hit the Books Running national campaign, encouraging early financial preparation for college.
Still to come on Newsbeat, Alexandra Cranford will be here with your weekend forecast.
And later, Baton Rouge has its own style of clothes. We'll explain after the break.
But first, they're all smiles at the games, but we'll show you how some close calls and dangers of cheerleading. That's next on Newsbeat.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. It's been called one of the most dangerous sports. A recent study shows that cheerleaders are constantly ducking danger.
Tiger TV's Kelsey White shows us how LSU cheerleaders are trying to stay safe while they do the flips and tricks of their sport.
At games, they're all smiles as they wave and lead the crowd in cheers. But behind the scenes, the drops and the close calls have sidelined many cheerleaders. LSU cheerleading coach Chico Garcia says people often think cheerleading is easy.
They would come to practice and see how many falls and breaks and injuries we have, then they would probably know that cheerleading is a harder sport.
And one state Supreme Court agrees. Wisconsin is the first state to declare cheerleading a contact sport. That means cheerleaders can no longer sue each other for accidental injuries. Garcia says cheerleaders know the risks.
You don't go in thinking you're going to drop somebody. Just freak accidents happen.
The LSU cheerleading coaches are all certified in safety by the American Association of College Coaches and Administrators. However, Garcia says the guidelines dramatically limit what stunts the team can perform in the PMAC because of the hard floor.
We don't let them do anything outside on the field that wouldn't hit 3 out of 3 times.
The squad is also trained in rules and regulations at camp in the summer. The spirit coordinator for the Tiger Girls mascots and cheerleaders, Pauline Zernot, says that decreases the danger.
We take things in baby steps and we work in progressions to ensure that they're not being just thrown into something.
If an injury does happen, LSU cheerleading captain Jamie Mascari says it is hard on the entire squad, but the benefits far outweigh the risks.
We just gain a huge trust, throughout the year. You just have to, believe in your partner. That's what cheerleading's about, is trust and teamwork, and you just gotta have it.
For Newsbreak, I'm Kelsey White.
The LSU cheerleaders are gearing up for tryouts in April. They took home the 5th place prize in the UCA National Championship in January.